Now we are going to talk about keeping ourselves safe. We are small boys and girls. When we are small, lots of things mommy tells you, grandparents will tell you, teacher will tell you, so that you are kept safe. Safety, your safety is very important. If you are not safe, then you will be sorry. For example, if mommy says, please do not play in the water. You go to the washroom, you play in the water. And then you get sick. When you get sick, you can't eat the food you like. You cannot go to school. You cannot play with your friends. And you confine yourself to bed. So, keeping safe. To be safe, you need to listen to your elders. So, we are going to do is, I want to be safe. You must say to yourself, I want to be safe. I want to be safe. Safety. You have to be safe. Otherwise, you will be sorry. When you say safe, we are normally talking about obedient, listening. Are you a child? Are you a listening child? Are you an obedient child? What mommy, elders, teachers tell you, when you don't listen, you are not safe. And if you are not safe, you will be too sorry. Now, I'll tell you a story about 3 little fishes. Once, in a little pond, lived 3 little fishes. They were good friends. Now, for a long time, the rain stopped coming. And the water in the little pond began to go lower and lower. There was a little connection from the pond into the river, a little canal. One day, the fishes got together and they started talking. The rain has failed. The water is evaporating. There is very little water in the pond and difficult to find food. So they decided, we must swim away through the small canal into the river. They decided. Then one little fish said, no, I've been living here so long. The pond will not dry. Okay. The other 2 friends said, you remain here. We'll go away. So the 2 little friends, they left the pond, they threw the small canal and they found their way into the river. And they were happy, they were safe because there was a lot of water in the river. Now, the canal connecting the pond and the river dries up. The pond also dried up, and the 3rd little fish, who wouldn't listen to their friends because there was no water, no food, that little fish died. If you are not safe, you will be sorry. Let us not be like that one single fish who wouldn't listen to her friends. Let us be like the 2 little friends who made decision to be safe, swam away through the canal into the river to be safe. I want to be safe. Each one of us, you little boy and girl, we all want to be safe. For what? So that we don't get into trouble. So, being safe is very, keeping yourself safe is very important. I must be safe. So, I listen. I want to be safe. So, I listen to my parents. Mommy, daddy, they are the most important people in your house. So, I want to be safe. So, I listen. When you are a listening child, I said, obedient child. Obey. So, I listen to my parents. I want to be safe, so I listen to my parents at home. Why? They tell me lot of good things, so that I am safe, so that I am not sorry. What is the meaning of I listen to my parents? I obey. Why, Mama? Why, Daddy? He says, don't go here, don't do this. Immediately you say, why? Instead of asking why, you obey, you listen, then you are safe. Now, I want to be safe. What else you do to be safe? I want to be safe, so I stay away from electrical appliances, electrical things. What are the electrical things Mummy has at home? She's got electric cooker, mixie, she got grinder, maybe you have the TV and many other things, or what is the box that is open, electrical box. Don't go near all that. So, I want to be safe, so I stay away. So, I stay away from what? Electrical. From all electrical, not one electrical object there. There are a lot of things that Mummy has at home. So, I stay away from all electrical appliances or electrical gadgets. What are the electrical things? Mixie, grinder, electric cooker, TV, open-ended wires, all the junction boxes. I do not go and touch because I want to be safe, to make my mummy happy. Then, when else you can be safe? How else you can keep yourself safe? I want to be safe, so I stay away from fire and sharp objects. I want to be safe, so I stay away from, I keep away from what? From fire at the stove and sharp, like knife, no? Sharp objects. In the kitchen, there are lots of sharp objects. I want to be safe. To be safe, I listen. I obey my parents, whatever mom and dad says. I want to be safe, so I stay away from all electrical appliances. All electrical things, I see that I do not touch it. I want to be safe, so I stay away from the gas stove. Sharp instruments like the knife or anything else that mummy has in the kitchen. So, I will be very careful. I want to be safe. Next, how else can you keep yourself safe? I want to be safe, so I cross the road at the zebra crossing. Okay. I want to be safe, so I cross the road. Where you cross the road? At the zebra crossing. Where else? You do crossing at the zebra crossing and walk on the footpath. Yes. And where do you walk? And I walk. I walk on the footpath. So, you keep yourself safe. On the road, when you are wanting to cross the road, you will cross at the zebra crossing. Where do you walk? You walk on the footpath, place for walking, so that you keep yourself safe. You don't get into trouble. Okay? Then, when else, where else can you be safe? To keep yourself safe. So, I want to be safe. So, I do not talk to strangers. You go to school, you go to the shop, you go for tuition, you take a walk, you play outside. So, I want to be safe. So, what do you do? To be safe, so I do not talk. To who? To strangers. So, I do not talk to any stranger. Anybody I do not know, any stranger, I will not talk because I want to be safe. Because if I talk to strangers, they may take me away, they'll say go here, go there, I may get lost. I may get separated from my parents. On the road, if I don't cross on the zebra crossing, any part of the road if I cross, I can get into accident. If I do not walk on the footpath, other vehicles come and hit me. If I stay away from fire, if I do not do that, then I can be in trouble. And then if I play with the sharp things, I can get hurt. I have to go to hospital and I have to bear the pain. Then if I don't stay away from the electrical thing, I get a shock and then something goes wrong in my brain. If I don't listen to my parents, then I am not safe. So, when I do all this, I am keeping myself safe. Then, what else you do to keep yourself safe? I obey my elders and follow them. I obey my elders. I want to be safe, so I obey. Obey who? My elders. I obey my elders. Why do you obey your elders? So that you are safe. And follow them, whatever they say. Whatever the elders say, I obey my elders and follow them, follow whatever they say, so that I am kept safe. I am not getting into trouble. Then, when else can you be safe? I do not fight. When I do not fight, I am safe. I want to be safe, so I do not fight. So, I do not fight. Either at home or outside when I play or in the school, I try my best not to fight so that I am safe. Now, we need to look at the sounds of some of the letters. I told you E, W, W, T, 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 B, B, S, S. I want to be safe. Then S, S, I, E, L, L, T, T, M, N, and P, P, P. So, how you read? So, I listen to my parents. Next, again, S, the snake hissing. I is E sound, S, S sound, A, and F has no sound, and A, here E, and you have again. How do I read? So, I stay away from all electrical appliances. The next we have sound, I sound, sound again, and sound. Then you have o. So, I stay away from fire and sharp objects. Next we have E. Then you have k sound for C, T, 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 R for R, and then you have A sound, T sound. Here you have the bee buzzing. Then you have k sound again, Then you have W sound, O. When you say on, O. Then you have T sound and P. How do we read? So, I cross the road at the zebra crossing and I walk on the footpath. The fifth one we have sound. Then you have D sound, and T. And then you have A and again S. So we read, I do not talk to any strangers. Next we have sound again, O sound here, Then you have E, a sound, A sound, and T sound. So I obey my elders and follow them. And finally we have sound, D sound, sound, and so I do not fight. For fight.